Why is Bruce Lee considered a martial arts pioneer? Many of his ideas and practices may not seem extraordinary today, but remember, this was decades ago. In that era, most martial arts practitioners were like devout believers, practicing traditional routines repeatedly and having unwavering faith in classic techniques. Against such a backdrop, Bruce Lee was undoubtedly a martial arts pioneer. Can you imagine your grandfather's generation accepting such avant-garde cross-training? At that time, Bruce Lee's combat abilities were unquestionable. During that period, most people were either skilled in kicking and punching but had no idea about wrestling and grappling, or vice versa. This was a significant issue. Those who only knew how to punch spent too much time on routines, while those who only knew wrestling were clueless about standing combat. In contrast, Bruce Lee excelled in both striking and grappling. He used the time others spent on practicing routines to train the physical qualities required for combat and was willing to learn wrestling and grappling, summarizing his own methods. Therefore, in terms of practical combat, you still need to learn from him. When evaluating a person, we cannot transcend the era they lived in. Bruce Lee was indeed a formidable fighter, but his abilities were also limited by his time. Modern MMA fighters have surpassed him in many aspects. We should not evaluate past pioneers with modern standards. A person is great because they have surpassed their own era by so much. Bruce Lee's victories, ultimately, were victories of wisdom and will. I am not someone who likes to argue about who is better or worse, nor do I want to use online data to support my views. After all, some people have already praised Bruce Lee too highly. Bruce Lee made movies only to convey his martial arts philosophy. He lived his entire life as a martial artist.